Hey, you're watching Palm Beach Rox, and I'm your host, Rox Cella. We've got something on this show you're not going to want to miss. Something old, something new, and something future. So don't go anywhere. We're here at the Enchanted Castle, and I'm Glenda the Good Witch. And this is all about fairy tales, and for a very good reason, the Ark. First time for me at the Enchanted Castle, but it's very exciting.
It is exciting. This is the first time for me as well. I'm the new executive director of the Ark, so this is really my first of Bobby Campbell's Halloween parties, and it's absolutely amazing, isn't it?
I know.
And to think that this is all being done to support the children and the adults with developmental disabilities here in the southern part of Palm Beach County. It's absolutely fabulous. And you can have a great time while you're also supporting a great cause.
How long did it take you to put all this together?
I would tell you, it's a little secret.
Okay.
I was in China yesterday afternoon. Diana and her whole crew did it. They picked it out. What an incredible job.
Why this particular charity?
I'll give you very simple.
Okay.
I'm in love with children because our company makes more children's shoes than anybody. Oh. So I come from a very poor family, no father or anything. So when you did successful, I like to give back. And who do I like to give back? To children. Oh. Children that need it very much.
Was this your themed idea, or whose idea was it?
Actually, it was a committee. It was a team effort, and everybody just pulled it together. We started this many years ago. It started from just a regular party, and we decided to make it a worthy cause, and we thought the Ark was a perfect choice. And this is the 6th one that we've done, and hopefully it's a success and it carries on in the future, because it really is. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great cause.
There's a lot of great reasons to go to a Halloween costume party, but the best is tonight with Bette Midler for the New York Restoration Project. A lot of exciting people. All the stars are here. It's sold out. And you know what? Palm Beach Rox? We're looking forward to seeing everybody. You dig for both?
I dig. Well, I bury them, then I dig them up. But honey, I dig you more than any bone I've ever met.
Kitty. Oh, you're so pretty. I love her outfit. Tell me, were you working on something new?
I am. I'm working on the new Mariah Carey film called Tennessee.
Have you thought about coming to Florida and working with us in some of the projects that you're developing such great awareness for?
Yeah, in fact, when all the hurricanes and things happened down there in the last couple of years, Farm Aid did spend a lot of money down there with some of the existing organizations to try to help the farmers. And I think that's a wonderful idea to try to do some more things in Florida, maybe a Farm Aid down there one year. It's encouraging to see a lot of these things coming up and happening, and seeing the good crowds and the turnouts and the people who are really concerned about the future of our country, which direction we're going, how can we improve things. So I'm seeing a lot of that, and that's very encouraging.
Excitement before. There's at least 150 members of the press here for Bette Midler. She's over here, and any move she makes, she's being completely swarmed. Where did you get your gown?
I got my gown. Constance Hoffman, my friend, designed it, and Donna Langman built it, and Rodney Gordon built my hose. Your hose? The hose on my head. It's a garden hose, thank you.
After 9/11, did you see there was a big change? I mean, were you able to really get in and get more people?
After 9/11, we had a tremendous outpouring of support. That was one of the biggest fundraisers that we ever had, and Giuliani came. It was an unforgettable night.
West Orange, New Jersey. Nice, huh? That's my dad in blue, and that's his best friend Terry. The Inseparables.
I can't believe you made me do this. Good for your appetite. See you in an hour.
I grew up here with 2 families.
We have so much to be thankful for, to the Walling and Ostroff clans. Who knew 2 families could get this close?
Nina?
back for Thanksgiving. Are my parents here?
They're in the back.
Kathy.
Mom.
Oh my God!
Kathy.
I'm gonna throw up.
Great. Now I am so excited. I just finished watching your newest film, Oranges, and I think it's heartwarming and quite a funny film.
I hope it's both of those things.
Tell us about it.
Well, it's about two families who live opposite each other in a very nice, very quiet, peaceful suburb in New Jersey, and there is a great upheaval. And the upheaval comes from the fact that the father of one family, that's me, falls in love with the daughter of the other family, that would be Leighton Meester. And not surprisingly, there being about 25 years or so between the two of them, and for that reason alone is enough to cause consternation. But because the families know each other so well, and it's such a settled world, a settled neighborhood, this relationship obviously causes a lot of trouble, I hope it's a funny story, but it's also, I hope it treats the characters, the consequences of this relationship, you know, seriously and with proper respect. But I think there's something, I hope there is something humane and optimistic about it. I think it's an interesting story.
I think it's a lot of fun now. This character is a bit of a change for you.
About as big a change as I could possibly have imagined from House. I mean, he's as far away from House. He's rather a quiet, soft-spoken, thoughtful, I think a very decent man, but a decent man whose life is drifting somewhat. He's a little lost and vulnerable, and he meets another character who's lost and vulnerable in a different way, and the two of them form a very close and what I hope is a very touching relationship. Although, as I say, it causes a huge amount of trouble, as you can imagine.
Now, what an awesome cast to work with.
Amazing cast. That was just such a treat to have the chance to work with Alison Janney and Oliver Platt and Catherine Keener and Leighton Meester and Aaliyah Shawkat and Adam Brody. Just an amazing group of people. We laughed a lot, and we had a very very good time making the film. Almost too good a time. I sometimes feel slightly embarrassed at how much fun actors have. It's not really right somehow.
Well, you certainly played a very romantic, sexy David.
Well, gosh, thank you. I do what I can.
Now, Hugh, I know you've been in a lot of successful TV series and films. But what's it like working on animated films?
Right. Personally, I love animated films. I love working on animated films. I've always been fascinated by the voice, the things that an actor can do with voice alone. I mean, I used to do radio stuff and drama and sketches and so on a long time ago. I always loved it. I've always loved the whole mechanics of trying to create a drama just with sound. I think it's a fascinating, well, I was going to say canvas, but the whole point is there is no canvas because it's not visual. But just to work with sound alone, I find that absolutely fascinating. And let the animators tell a visual story in a completely different way. I love it. I really do enjoy it.
Now, can you share with us any upcoming films or projects you may be working on?
Well, at the moment, I've taken a real, is it left turn or right turn? I'm not quite sure which way to describe it. I'm in England, you see, we drive on the left, so it's all different. But I've been working, since May, I've been touring with a band. And we released a record last year, and we're going to make another record at the end of this year. And I hope we will tour again at the beginning of, or in the spring of next year. So I've been living on a bus for 4 months touring the world. It's been great.
Now let me just mention, you have a great voice, and you're an amazing pianist, and you love classic American blues.
I absolutely do. This is the music I And I can't explain why it is, but ever since I can remember, this was the music that really grabbed me, that touched me, and that I grew up with. And I love it with all my heart, and it's been an amazing thrill to be able to travel the world, but also particularly travel the United States, playing to American audiences what is essentially their music, your music. But I love it so much. It is my a kind of, I won't say tribute, but it's my sort of love letter to the music I've loved all my life.
Well, you sing it very passionately. And I think that comes across, even in Swanee River. It's incredible.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
No,
thank
really.
you. I just love doing it.
Thanks so much for sharing with us, and I can't wait to see you on stage performing.
Thanks.
Bye.
Merry Christmas. It's about to be. Hey! The clothes movie!
Life. Oof. Stuff.
Lee, thank you so much for having us at your gorgeous restaurant. But you've got such a history here. I can't believe right here in Delray.
The pub was built in 1865 and was in London, in Chancery Lane, which is just off Fleet Street. Winston Churchill used to come through these doors when he was at the law courts, late 80s. The pub was pulled down to make way for a car park, of course. It was auctioned off and it was sent to New York. We had it shipped down.
Oh my gosh.
And it was like a jigsaw puzzle because we didn't know where anything went. All the original glass outside and all the doors are the original English oak. They weigh a ton.
We are haunted, is that true?
One night, all the candles in the place went out. There was no wind or anything. They all went out, and then they all came back on at the same time, about 3 or 4 seconds later. 5 years after we opened, about 4 o'clock in the morning, the burglar alarm went off. And I came up here from my home, and I met the police outside. And we came in through the back door, turned the lights on, and we saw this figure of a woman. It was a profile going across the front of the bar.
Ooh.
The police officer and myself ran round the corner here and she was gone.
Who do they say she is?
Her name's Bertha Starkey.
Definitely. Cheers. Here's to the Blue Anchor Pub.
Don't expect me to join your little Scooby gang. Sit down.
Look, whatever you got, I'll take it.
That insignia you showed me. It's a species that originated in the Mediterranean. They nest in the earth, and they kill slowly. They keep their victims alive for days. Snackers.
Hey, David Tennant. Welcome to Rox World.
It's very nice to be here.
I'm glad you're on our show.
Thank you.
Tell me, David, how scary is Fright Night?
It's pretty scary, actually.
Is
yeah, it's got some proper jump out your seat moments. I saw it with an audience for the first time a couple of days ago, and it was really exciting to see everybody actually jumping in the air and yelping with fear, because that's what a horror movie's about, let's be honest.
Well, it certainly is for us.
Yeah, come on. It's a roller coaster ride, isn't it?
I think
you want
so.
that
That's
popcorn
what we want.
to fly in the air, don't you? If you don't see popcorn flying, then the movie has failed.
Right, it sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, just to get this in, David, I do want to mention this to my audience, that you were voted 16th sexiest man in the world by Cosmopolitan Survey. So that is something else in this show. That's you, David Tennant.
I want to know who the other 15 were, and I want to challenge
well, I'm sure
every
you
one
outdid
of them.
David Beckham and a lot of other, Brad Pitt, a lot of other cool people.
Well, you know, yeah, sure, okay, Brad Pitt, I'll give you Johnny Depp, but, you know, there's still another.
When this show is aired and finished, where do you go from here, from Fright Nights?
Well, right now, as soon as I finish speaking to you, I head into the West End of London, where I'm in the theatre at the moment. I'm doing Much Ado About Nothing, but a Shakespeare at the moment. So I'm doing that for another few weeks, and then I've got another couple of movies coming out and maybe make another movie before the end of the year. So it's a very busy time.
One more quick question. How do you think 3D is going to intensify the scares?
Well, this is a proper 3D movie in that we made it in 3D with big old cameras with 2 lenses. This is not one of those ones that's tweaked in post-production. So the 3D works really well. It's really exciting.
Oh, wow. I bet this is going to add a whole new dimension to it. We'll never go back to regular scary movies.
Yeah.
I look forward to watching this and seeing you on film.
Thank you very much. Enjoy.
Great. Thanks, David.
Cheers.
Hey, all you Halloween historians. Did you know that South Florida Lake Worth Playhouse was opened in 1924? It was called the Oakley Theater, and it was opened by the Oakley brothers, Lucien and Clarence. And this is just the beginning of our story. The Oakley Theater opened to a very elegant event for a young and prosperous town in the midst of the Roaring '20s, but it began to suffer during the Great Depression. The town was devastated by the Great Hurricane of 1928, which tore the roof off the Oakley Theater. Lucien and Clarence rebuilt the theater even grander than before, but by 1931, they found themselves in dire financial circumstances, and a desperate Lucien took his own life on June 30th of that year. His brother Clarence, strangely enough, died suddenly 1 year later on the exact same day as his brother's death. If the rumors are true, the Oakley brothers still haunt the rooms of this theater. We have teamed up with a group of paranormal investigators to find out if the curtains have really ever closed on the theater's 2 original owners. Hey everybody, we're here with the Paranormal Crossroads activity. Would you call it activity?
Investigations.
Investigations. Well, it's pretty exciting to have you guys here, and you're with a team of 4 guys today?
Yes, today we were able to bring 4 members to come out and help in the investigation of the Lake Worth Playhouse.
And, you know, there's so much history and it's so exciting, but really this has a lot to do with the Paranormal Activity number 4 coming out, don't you think?
What's going on?
I think this week definitely does, with the premiere starting on Friday.
This looks amazing. It looks like a sci-fi movie.
Well, a lot of it you will see in sci-fi movies or spoofs thereof, this equipment. For instance, you have anywhere from your $1.99 Home Depot twist flashlight all the way up to your full spectrum, you know, couple $1,000 camera. And from there you have night vision cameras. And once the investigation starts and we start getting spikes of EMF activity for no apparent reason, then we start looking at it a little bit harder.
Okay, we're about to enter the green room where they have all the costumes. And I gotta tell you, if I don't make it out of there, there's just one too many actors or actresses in this playhouse. But I'm gonna give it a shot. Now you'll actually go into somebody's home if they feel that they have...
95% of what we do is actually residential. People contact us. What we do is for free. People contact us. They let us know that they're having or experiencing something going on that they can't explain. And we do an interview. Then our team goes in and does a full investigation of the location to see, again, if we can find a scientific answer to what's going on, or can we find some type of paranormal proof?
Right now what we're getting is a continuous reading off the K2, so that pretty much tells me that there's, and it's pretty much self-explanatory, you have a lot of light bulbs, you have a lot of electrical equipment here, you have a lot of outlets and switches, so that's not uncommon. So I'm not concerned that that may be paranormal activity at this point. Yeah. What we are going to try now is what Chrissy dubbed it the flashlight experiment. This is just a simple $1.99 Home Depot flashlight. You twist on and off. What we'll do is we'll turn it off to a very light point. You want to do this because you seem to have the touch. We'll set it down in the off position. What we'll do is we'll ask if there's a spirit with us here today, if they could turn on the flashlights, turn them on and off in response to a yes or no for our questions. We've had some success with that. And hopefully, if there's someone down here with us today, they'll want to participate and they don't feel like we're disturbing them or in their way. If there's someone here with us, could you please turn on one of these flashlights or the little gray box with the lights on it? That would do good too. Whichever you're most comfortable with, if you could please turn one of those on and let us know that you're here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Could you please go ahead and turn that light off so we can continue talking? Please.
All the way down, please. Just in the opposite direction. All the way up. A little bit further. A bit more. Thank you.
Thank you. If you feel we're bothering you and you would like us to leave the dressing area, could you please turn the light on and we'll leave and we'll go somewhere else in the theater.
Out of respect.
Okay, could you turn it off for a second, please? No need to get an attitude, just go ahead and turn it off.
Please turn it off. All the way down. Thank you.
So AJ, we're going into the prop room, right?
Yes, that's where we're heading to next.
Okay, now we're going up this?
Yes, this is the area that is known as the prop room, and this is where we're going next.
Okay, how many ghosts are up here?
That we've noticed.
Hey, you're already buzzing. You're
What are you
already
doing?
getting ghosts.
This is one of the things that we do whenever someone has a feeling of what we call the cold spot, unexplained cold area, that for no apparent reason shows up. Then we try to back up that experience through
check him.
scientific equipment or thermometer in this case, and to verify whether or not there is a drop in temperature, and if there is, why? Are they standing beneath a vent, or is there no explanation for it?
Oh, I can't say that I haven't had a few goosebumps since I've been on this tour.
Sitting up there, so we have that.
Okay, that is just wrong. Okay.
Yeah, the leg.
That is just wrong.
Wait, here's the other part.
Oh, lovely.
If it squeaks.
you
The lights won't come on.
There we go.
Yay!
There we go.
Oh, I gotta tell you, this was so exciting. I can't tell you. I think that the flashlights going off and on, the people walking up on the ceilings, too scary.
It's we call it kind of like a typical day at the office.
It's a cool thing.
That's all we do.
Well, I can only suggest that if anybody really wants a great experience, that these guys be called the Paranormal Crossroads.
Investigations.
Roxworld.tv has just launched, and it isn't just a website. It's a full-fledged network consisting of over 7 channels and an online editorial calendar magazine, reaching billions globally. There's all the great celebrities, recipes, and fun interviews you've loved over the past 8 years, and more. And if this isn't enough, watch for our new dynamic way of shopping online. It's the Lux lifestyle we all love, not just for the rich and famous, but for the world, as in Roxworld.tv. Hey, thanks for watching. And remember, Palm Beach, keep rocking because the world and the ghosts are watching. See you next show.
I thought that was you walking back there.
No.
All right, that was deliberate, slow, heel-to-toe steps.
Okay. Did someone drop that? Or did it get...
Could have been an accident.
Could have been an accident.
Could have been. Not everything is paranormal.
Not everything. But for the record, this cameraman is totally freaked out.
Dude, there's no reason to. I promise you.
Yeah, Palm Beach rocks. Shalem Scott wants you guys to know I love you. Roxanne.
I'm with it, I'm with it, I'm with it. I'll be there.
Palm Beach definitely rocks as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, Palm Beach rocks. Thanks for watching.
Hi to everyone at Palm Beach Rocks. Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, shout out to Palm Beach Rocks. Hello, South Florida.
Yeah, Palm Beach rocks. Shalem Scott wants you guys to know I love you.
All my fans in Florida, it's good to see you.